I didn't know what else to do. I just grabbed the gun like he's always told me to. I shot the gun twice, and the second time he said I shot him.
Officers have just arrived at the home of 51-year-old Cheryl Coe and her husband Luther, only to find Luther shot and killed inside, with Cheryl putting on the best act she can, unaware that officers see through it all as she lands herself in a pair of handcuffs.
And it doesn't explain anything. It makes no sense to me.
We know what's going on already, okay?
We didn't know what's going on.
For years, her relationship with Luther had slowly started deteriorating, taking a turn for the worst. And as she is arrested, a series of small mistakes will reveal that what happened inside this home was no accident.
We saw the crime scene. What you're saying, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up.
This is a nightmare. It's all a nightmare. We're supposed to grow old again.
It is around 7:26 p.m. on June 23, 2021, when Coweta County Emergency Dispatch receives a panicking 911 call from 51-year-old Cheryl Howell Coe, claiming that her 48-year-old husband, Luther Luke Lee Coe III, had been shot after a handgun went off in her hands by itself. When deputies step inside the couple's residence on Tommy Lee Cook Road in Noonan, they are met with a very gruesome scene.
Stop!
She told me to keep pressure on it.
Yes, keep pressure on it. Keep pressure on it.
Is there anybody else here?
No, sir.
Lay down, lay down.
I know, but you
Lay
got
down,
to.
boy.
Baby, please.
Yes, put that up. Yeah, keep that on there. Keep that on there. I know it hurts. Keep it on there.
It's right.
I'm going to put on their arrival.
170 911. I don't see it left.
I'm so sorry.
Agent's going to be able to put to another driveway.
I'm so sorry.
Luke is lying on the bedroom floor, unclothed and suffering from a gunshot wound to his upper torso. As he remains seriously injured, Cheryl keeps steady pressure on the wound with a towel, doing everything she can to keep him stable until EMS arrives.
Keep breathing. Keep breathing. You need your chest tube in the right lung. The bullet's lodged in his lung.
Alright. Give me a chest seal.
He's having a hard time breathing already.
Tell me your ears.
It didn't go through and through. It just went in. Huh? 9 millimeters. Over there.
I ain't worried about it. I just want to know what size hole.
Yep.
Alright. Give me a chest seal.
Please stop. He's not breathing anymore. Baby, come on. Don't give up for me.
I'm going to roll him over, okay?
All right, ma'am.
Let's get her out.
This way, ma'am.
Let me roll.
All right, come on. Well, we're going to go in here and sit down, okay? Yeah.
Oh, God.
We're going to go in here and sit down, okay?
Hey, buddy. Hey.
Please. Please, God.
All right, come on. We're going to walk right out of here, okay?
Come on.
We're going to walk right out of here. All right.
This seat right here, okay? You want to have a seat right there?
The medical team arrives and immediately begins life-saving treatment before transporting Luke to a nearby hospital. But unfortunately, despite the doctor's best efforts, he later succumbs to his injuries. Meanwhile, deputies escort Cheryl outside to comfort her, but her demeanor makes it increasingly difficult for them to do so. And if you love watching evil wives like her realize they aren't winning an Oscar, subscribe. It's literally all we do here.
Why the hell out here? Why the hell out here?
I'm here with you. Hold on. Hey.
Come in with me.
No, we can't go in. We can't go in.
Why the hell
We cannot go in. We can't go in, okay?
Oh, God, please.
Why don't you just have a seat over here? Just have a seat.
Oh, please. Why are they all here?
No. No.
Why are they all here? Where is he?
You want a chair? You want a chair?
Where is he?
What?
Where is he?
You want a chair?
No, I just want to know what's going on with my husband.
Sheriff.
I think the sheriff.
Yeah.
Hey, let's take a sheriff. Look here. Come here. Sit up for me. Come on. Sit up. Sit up. Let's walk up to the floor. Come on. Stand up.
After giving Cheryl a few moments to process the situation, deputies begin asking questions to determine what had led to such a traumatic incident.
My name's Gary, okay? I'm with the coroner's office, okay? And this is Shauna. She's with the sheriff's office. Listen to me, hon. You need to listen to me. Sit up. We know what's going on already, okay? So, tell me, is your name Cheryl Coe?
Yes.
Okay. How old are you, Cheryl?
51.
51? Okay. And your husband inside, right? Okay. Tell me what happened this evening. Just start with where were you before you saw him?
I came home from work.
About what time?
It was like 5:30, something like that, because I had to go make some stops in Noonan.
Uh-huh.
He was out in the shop. His son was here. They were out working on his panhead.
So you got home about 5:30, right?
I got home
He
about
was in the
5:30.
shop.
He was in the shop.
Okay. And then what happened?
And I have not really talked since yesterday.
Are y'all fighting?
We had a disagreement.
Okay.
He came home while I was on the porch yesterday, took his bike and loaded off and went away. And he didn't come home till sometime after midnight. I don't know when.
Last night?
And I had my gun on the nightstand because I was here by myself. Both the kids have moved out. And I'm here by myself. And I don't even know if we have a key to these doors. He doesn't believe in locking doors. And
You don't keep this door locked at all?
no, not at all. He said he doesn't believe in it. So I don't even know where the keys are. I don't even know if we have a key to the house. We just got the house back from his ex-wife 2.5 years ago. Not even 2.5 years ago. We were disagreeing about something yesterday that had occurred, that has occurred before.
What? So was somebody else? Somebody else involved?
Not particularly.
To understand what the couple was arguing about before the incident, it's important to understand the dynamics of their marriage. Before Cheryl and Luke tied the knot in 2018, the couple had entered into what was an open relationship agreement, though in their case, it more closely resembled what is commonly known as a swinging arrangement. The key difference between swinging and an open marriage is that swingers typically engage in relationships with other people together as a couple, while an open marriage generally allows each partner to pursue intimate relationships independently. Before the incident, Cheryl had been seeing another man independently, which reportedly violated the boundaries they had set in their relationship. Luke strongly disagreed with the arrangement, and this became a growing source of tension between the couple in the weeks leading up to the shooting.
What time did you come in?
About 5:30.
You came in back into the. Oh, you
No,
came in
I
from
came
work.
home
Okay.
from work
Okay.
at about 5:30.
Okay.
I didn't see him. I didn't see him when I got home.
Okay.
I heard him and the music playing out there,
I got you.
and his son was here. And his son came in and came to the garage and asked me to put the wild turkey back in the freezer because he had asked for a shot and couldn't find the glass. So I put the wild turkey back in the freezer. I put the groceries up. I went out and I got an Angry Orchard and I sat on the back porch. I always sit on the back porch every day because I'm in a mask for 8 hours a day. And I always sit out there and have a few beers. I have a few Captain Morgan's and Diet Dr. Pepper or Angry Orchard is what I had tonight. I had those. He was still out in the shop. I decided I needed to go to bed because I have to open tomorrow. And I went in and I took my medicine.
What time?
I don't even know what time it was when I took it.
So you grabbed your gun and then what?
I shot twice. And I figured out it was him after I shot him and he told me I had shot him.
Did you see him?
The bedroom door was closed. I had blackout curtains on the windows. No.
Was the TV still on at that
The
point?
TV was still on, but I couldn't. The doors were closed. I have blackout curtains on the windows because of my migraines, and I was asleep.
Were you in the bed?
I was in the bed.
Where was he?
He was in the doorway.
He was standing in the doorway?
He was standing in the doorway.
So that door was open? Right?
No, it wasn't. It was closed when I went to bed.
But I'm saying it was open.
It was swung open.
Okay.
And I didn't know what else to do. I just grabbed the gun like he's always told me to.
And then what happened after that? He said what did he say? He said you
I shot the gun twice. And the second time he said I shot him. And I realized it was him when I heard him speak. And I grabbed the towels and tried to figure out where I shot him. And then I called 911 and they told me to put the towels where it was. I couldn't see where it came out anywhere. And he was talking to me. And he was talking to me when they came in.
What was he saying?
He told me to take my hand off his back and keep putting pressure because it hurt being on his back. So I took my hand off his back and I kept putting pressure on the hole.
According to Cheryl, she was trying to sleep when she suddenly saw someone enter the room. Believing it was an intruder, she fired 2 shots, striking Luke once in the upper torso. While this story sounds convincing at first, the autopsy reports reveal details that seriously challenge her claims. It showed that the muzzle of the 9mm gun was pressed directly against Luke when the shot was fired, completely contradicting Cheryl's claim that she fired from a distance. She later tells deputies that the shooting happened just moments before Luke's son left the house, a detail that makes her account even more suspicious.
Was there anybody else here?
No.
At that time, are you sure there's nobody else
No.
besides the two of you?
It was just the 2 of us. His son had left a while back. I heard him struck leave, but I was still out on the back porch and he was still up in the shop. When I got up to go into the bedroom, he was still up in the shop.
But your son left before you went to bed?
His son left
His son left
before I went to bed.
Okay. What's his name?
Levi Coe.
You know, when y'all were having a disagreement, did it get physical?
No, it was all by text message. We never even saw each other.
So when's the last time that you all actually physically talked to each other?
Yesterday around 10:30.
10:30 at night?
No, 10:30 in the morning.
All right, yesterday at 10:30 a.m., you weren't at work?
I was on my way from the rehab center at Pinewood to the Women's Imaging Center, and I called him in between
Okay, so you talked on the phone.
and told him that I really didn't have a lot of time to talk. and that I was headed to the Women's Imaging Center, which stays really busy. And then, and everything was okay when we talked. But then through text message, things went wrong. And we got into an argument through text message. I never talked to him. He wouldn't answer me. He wouldn't call me. He wouldn't tell me where he was going. He just said he needed time to cool off. And I sat on the back porch and listened to him load his panhead up on his son's truck and take it off. And I assumed he was either going to his friend Art's or his friend Steve's. And I asked him to wait until after 9 o'clock to come home so that I would be in bed asleep, since he didn't want to talk to me.
Deputies later discovered that part of Cheryl's claim was true. Text messages between the couple confirmed that they had been arguing, with Luke furious after learning that Cheryl had planned to meet multiple men for physical encounters all on the same day. But the messages only told part of the story. As investigators dig deeper into what happened inside the home, they began to question whether Cheryl truly acted out of fear or whether her judgment had been clouded by alcohol before she pulled the trigger.
So say y'all had an argument prior to this one, you went to bed and he would come in, right? After you'd already been asleep?
Either that or I would go to bed in the spare bedroom.
Okay. But had there ever been another time where he would come in the bedroom and go to sleep when you had already been asleep?
Only last night. And I had taken my Klonopin and I had taken cough medicine because ever since I had the second COVID shot, I had a dry cough in the middle of the night. So but I didn't take that tonight. I took it last night. And I was sound asleep whenever he got home. I opened a text message this morning telling me that his bike was broke down at his friend Steve's and he was trying to get it running.
And where's the gun normally kept?
On my nightstand or in the drawer of my nightstand.
Where was it today?
On my nightstand because I was here alone last night and I put it on the nightstand since I was here alone and it was late. And I didn't move it when I left this morning.
So if you put it on there last night, it stayed there all day?
Yes.
Today. Who's it registered to?
He bought it for me, so I assume it's registered to him. And then he made me go get my concealed carry permit so that I could carry it, but I can't carry it to work.
What kind of gun is it?
It's a 9mm.
So this evening when you were asleep in bed, what woke you up?
The door slamming open and yelling.
What was you yelling?
I don't even know what he was yelling. I just heard yelling and the door slamming.
You couldn't make out whose voice it was that was yelling?
At that time, I couldn't know.
One of the reasons Cheryl couldn't distinguish between her husband's voice and an intruder's voice was because she was highly impaired. Along with the 2 9mm bullets deputies recovered, they also found containers of hard cider alcohol inside the home. And since, according to her, Luke hadn't returned home for several days, deputies believe Cheryl was the only person who had been drinking. As deputies then continue to question her, the details of her story only become harder for them to believe.
Did you say anything back to him?
After he said that I shot him?
No, when he was yelling.
No, I just grabbed the gun because all I heard was yelling, and I was in a daze. I was already asleep.
So you didn't scream or anything like that?
No.
You didn't make any sound. You just grabbed the gun.
Well, I screamed, but not loud. I grabbed the gun, and that was the first reaction, was to reach over because he has me lay it on the nightstand so that I can put my hand on it.
All right. And then once you realized that it was him, did you meet
when
him?
he said, "You shot me," and that's when I knew it was him because I could tell his voice.
And then what did you do after that?
I jumped up and went to and tried to find where I had shot him, and I couldn't see anything. All I could see was blood, and I called 911. While I called 911, and they told me what to do, and I put it on there as fast as I could and held the pressure as tight as I could. He was still talking to me when the ambulance pulled up. Because I had one hand on there and one hand on his back, trying to make sure I could get as much pressure as I could. And he told me to move my hand off of his back. So I moved my hand off of his back and just started pushing with both hands.
Did he say anything else?
He said he couldn't breathe. And I couldn't make him breathe. And I hung his bed just a little bit longer.
Knowing she now has a story that could potentially appear believable in court, Cheryl then goes on to play the victim card, strengthening her claim even more by shifting all the blame onto Luke.
Cheryl, now these are just questions that I need to ask you, okay? What specifically were you all arguing about? Was it another female? Was he talking about maybe divorce? Are you talking about divorce? Or did any of that stuff come up?
No.
Okay. Nothing like that.
No. Can these gentlemen step away?
Yeah.
We live an alternative lifestyle where we're with other couples, other individuals. Since I started menopause last summer or summer before last, and we finally got my hormones and everything straight, he suggested that we go into an open marriage.
When was this, roughly?
I know it was pool season because that's when he suggested it.
So the argument was over one of y'all want to do that, one of you not, or the people that you were with, or what?
No, Monday I decided that since we went into an open marriage, not the lifestyle, but an open marriage, where he would see other people, I would see other people. Monday we got into an argument about it, and I said, let's just don't do this anymore. Ever since we started the open marriage, it's been an issue. And everything was okay Monday night. He sent a message to the women that he was talking to, the friends of ours that he was talking to, and told them that we decided that wasn't a good idea. And then he, on Tuesday morning, we talked about it some more, and we decided we would try it again. So I sent a message to the two women that he had sent a message to, apologizing to them and telling them that it was just me overreacting and that everything was okay. And then later that day, I got a message from a friend of mine that he was interested in, telling me that he had texted her and told her about mine and her conversation the day before, because I sent her a message and told her it had absolutely nothing to do with her. It was about us and where we needed to be and us getting where we needed to be. He has misspoken numerous times about the life that we live to people that he doesn't need to talk to about it. And I don't even know their names.
What does he say? What does he say? What is the difference between what he says and what you say?
He tells people that we're in or that he's in an open lifestyle, and then he tries to introduce me to the people. So it's like, it's obvious that I am too, and I don't want that out there.
It's quite ironic that their argument began because Cheryl was seeing multiple men, yet when Luke introduced her to other partners as part of the same swinging lifestyle, she suddenly didn't seem comfortable with it. Now, after hearing multiple fabricated versions of events, deputies are left with one final and crucial question for Cheryl, a question she has no answer to.
Cheryl, I just got another question for you. What was your husband wearing when you shot?
He
Do you know why?
probably
Was his hair wet?
sweaty.
Okay, sweaty.
When I got to him, it was sweaty.
Okay. So, do you know why why there would be some water or something on your side of the bed? Why would it be wet? Do you know?
Because I knocked over a glass of water.
Okay. Was there water in the stand?
Huh? Yes.
Okay, so there'll be a cup in there.
There should be.
Okay. All right. That's why the bed's wet.
Yes.
Why it was wet.
Deputies begin to believe that the intruder's story had been fabricated. The evidence now suggested two possibilities. Either Luke was in bed with Cheryl when she lashed out, or he had entered the bedroom to sleep, after which Cheryl carried out her plan. To uncover more about what really happened, deputies turned to Luke's son from a previous marriage, Levi, who has quite a lot to say.
Cheryl had talked about you being at the house that day, and then somebody else had told me you was there that day. May have been Angie, honestly, can't remember. But I just wanted to get Levi's interpretation of what you and your dad did that day, what y'all talked about, what time did you leave, that kind of thing.
Well, I will go ahead and tell you that something had not been right a couple of days before the fact, because I told him, I looked at him, and just his whole demeanor during the day was not himself. I said, "You're here." I said, "But you're not here."
You could tell he's off a little bit.
I was like, something's up. And, he acknowledged that something was up, but he didn't want to talk about it. So we just left it at that and continued. But, we've been working all day. Come on. It was like, let's work on the bike a little bit. So I was like, cool, let's do it. So we're doing it. And normally when she gets home, that was my cue to bounce. Been hanging out all day. I had some errands to run, go to the bank, grocery store, all that good jazz.
And he didn't elaborate on what was wrong with him. He just said what,
Well, so later, the night it happened, I got some information, and I'm sure you know, going through the phone, their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was aware of all that, we were all open, whatever, and it wasn't a problem. So, I knew about the whole situation and what was going on. But from what I understand, as you probably seen from the phone, there was some conversations and some texts and some copy and pasted messages. And why didn't you screenshot that? Why did you copy and paste that? Between him and Cheryl. You probably seen all those messages.
Well, I hadn't went through their phones yet.
Okay.
I have not done that yet. I did pull all their Facebook stuff, and I've seen some talk of that kind of stuff in their Facebook, some parties and stuff that they went to. So I've seen stuff like that.
Well, the long story short, and I don't know the other people, but long story short, Cheryl had Luke had this one girl he wanted to see, and Cheryl never really liked her from the jump. She was always kind of like, that's a no-go. Well, he decided somehow that's what he was doing. And so she decided that she was going to book her an appointment or whatever you want to call it for the day. Well, then wound up double booking to see two people on the same day, and told him, well, I'll just go see both of them in the same day.
Had you ever had any issues with Cheryl up until then? She seemed okay.
And that's why. My dad's had girlfriends in the past, and I've refused to even go to his house, just because I don't like certain people. And Cheryl has never said a cross word to me. Always been helpful. Never had a problem. But I will tell you, when I told her about the the bottle being out of the freezer, the look she kind of gave me, I was kind of, she didn't really say anything. She acknowledged that she heard me, but she didn't really say anything, which I thought was a little off. But, I mean, I didn't think nothing of it. You know, bad day, whatever, you don't really want to talk. Cool, I'm like that all the time.
Mm.
So, but.
Okay. And you're pretty sure about these times?
Like, 100% sure. I know the time I left for sure. Because I remember looking at my phone, turning on my music, pulling out the driveway.
After what Levi reveals to investigators, it becomes clear that Cheryl may have had a motive to kill Luke. Now, with their suspicions growing, they decide to speak with Cheryl one last time, and during that conversation, she finally admits to knowing that the person she had shot was no intruder at all.
I wasn't trying to hit him.
Okay. So where was he when you fired the second shot?
Still, he had turned around and come back in the doorway.
Turned around from where?
From the kitchen doorway, from the doorway. He was still in this area right here.
Okay, so you had already fired the first shot, correct?
I fired the first shot.
Okay.
And then he started moving back, like he was coming back in there to drag me out of there. So I fired the second shot, and I was trying to shoot the wall. I was never trying to shoot him. And that's why when he said I hit him, I had no idea where I could have hit him.
Were you standing or were you still in the bed when you were firing the rounds?
By the time I shot the second one, I was standing.
Okay.
And where were you standing? If your bed is there from your nightstand, where were you standing in the room?
Right here.
Okay.
On this mat.
All right. So when you fired the first shot that went over his head, was he trying to leave the room, or what was he doing at that point in time when you had fired that shot?
He was going after something. And I don't know what he was going after.
Did he say anything to you?
He was mad, and he was screaming and yelling at me and telling me to get that bed and go sleep in the other bed if I wasn't going to talk to it, if I wasn't going to get up and talk. At that point, I wasn't where I could get up and talk. I'd gotten past that point. It was senseless for us to talk at that point. And I was feeling nauseous. That's why I took the Finnegan on top of the Klonopin. And I just wanted to be left alone. And he wasn't having it. And he was dragging me out of the bed.
Her story begins to fall apart, and Cheryl finally tells detectives that she pulled the trigger because she feared Luke was going to harm her. But that doesn't change the fact that an innocent man just lost his life, only because of her baseless assumptions. Her trial process stretched on for nearly 4 years, until 2025, when Cheryl was convicted of malice murder, felony murder, and aggravated assault in connection with Luke's killing. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Today, she remains incarcerated in a Georgia state prison. We hope you enjoyed today's video. 85% of our viewers aren't subscribed, so if this is the kind of content you come back for, just hit subscribe. It's the single biggest thing you can do to support the channel. If you want to keep watching more, check out one of the most intense cases we've ever covered right here, or catch up on our latest upload right here.